Meme coins have been going absolutely insane in these markets. We're seeing people become overnight millionaires and new coins go to billions of dollars all in the matter of days. Buying meme coins is no different than visiting the casino. It's extremely high risk and you could lose all of your money. But I'm going to show you every tool I use to buy and evaluate new meme coins before they go on their parabolic run. And before we even get started in this video, I need you to do me a favor and leave a comment below of your favorite meme coin. One of the best approaches to buying meme coins is of course to get in early. So we're taking a look at this meme coin that has launched less than 24 hours ago called Slurf. It sits right now at about a 600 million market cap and has done an insane $2.7 billion in volume. We're looking at a 1-minute chart here. And if we take the first candle from when this launched to the top of this peak here, we're looking at a 6,000% gain. Realistically, buying the first candle is almost impossible unless you know the contract address beforehand. But let's say we were a bit late. Let's say we bought in just 5 minutes late. Well, we could still realize almost a 1,600% return. When it comes to sniping new token launches, you have to use a crypto sniper bot, and Banana Gun is the best. Banana Gun is supported on Ethereum, Solana, and Base Chain. If you're wondering if Banana is the best sniper trading bot, you don't have to believe me, but you should believe Rec, who won the Banana Gun trading competition, who turned just $2,000 into over $700K in 20 days, where he mentioned that his PC broke halfway through and he did most of it just on his phone. The reason you need to use a sniper bot is when a new token launches, the price is too volatile. And when you're trying to do things like interact with the web UIs, set taxes, adjust for slippage, it's just too much. And what happens is you'll wind up seeing your swaps fail continuously. Sniper bots make it seamlessly. All you have to do is spin up a Telegram bot that I'll walk you through, paste in the contract address, and it will buy it for you automatically. And they offer a ton of different features, including private transactions. So that way you don't have to worry about getting sandwich attacked or MEV'd, and also includes things like limit orders. To get started with using Banana Gun as a sniper bot, all you have to do is go to Telegram. You can search the bot, Banana Gun Solana _bot. You can click here and click start, and it automatically adds it to your Telegram, and you're able to start using it right away. Once you click start, you'll see quite a few things, including the official channel, the announcements, and the website. And there's a ton of great different tutorials and YouTube videos on how to use all the features that they offer. But to get started, all we have to do is click settings. You'll see quite a few different options. I would recommend keeping slippage at 20% if you're using private transactions. And that's because of the price volatility. You want to make sure that you get your transaction through. But the first thing we need to do really is to create a wallet. So we can come here to wallet settings and you have the option to do set up a wallet. And with that in mind, it says you can create a wallet or import one. Now, since we're using this to trade meme coins and high risk assets, you should always have a separate wallet. So let's create a new one. And we can name this anything we want. I'll just call this test 100. And that's really it to it. You can see here we have test 100 wallet. This is the public address and this is the private key. You'll want to write this down. Be sure to store it because once you close this window, it will never display it again. Once you've funded this wallet with Sol and you want to buy your first coin, all you have to do is come in here and paste the contract address. You'll notice that it confirms the token name, the DEX that it's going to use, the market cap, and the liquidity available. You'll notice a few options on here. First, we have anti-MEV. This is what keeps your transactions private so that you can't be attacked. And this is incredibly important, especially if you're trading with high slippage, to make sure that you can buy as fast as possible. Then, of course, all you have to do is select how much Solana you want to buy. It gives you a couple preset options. Of course, you can click X and make your own preset option. But if you just want to buy one Solana, you click the button. Be careful with this. There is no confirmation. It will automatically trigger a buy. Since this wallet has no Solana, you're going to see this, of course, fail, but this is exactly how you do it. Now that we've funded our sniper bot with some Solana, we need to find new token launches, and one of the best tools is Dex Screener. Dex Screener has this section here where it says new pairs, and it'll give you a list of all the latest pairs that have launched. But there's a few ways that we can filter out some of these to try to find the best ones. If we just come here to the filter tab, we're given a ton of different options, and the first thing we want to do is figure out what platforms we're interested in. Right now, I'm really only interested in the Solana and Base ecosystem because I believe these have the most potential right now to find the best meme coins. Now that we've selected Solana and Base, we can look at a few other filters that will help us find the best pairs. First, I'm going to suggest that you start with liquidity and put a minimum of at least 10,000. This way that when you're buying into coins that there's ample liquidity to do proper swaps. I'm also looking for the pair's age, right? I don't want to see anything over 6 hours because I want to see what has been the latest coins launched. You can also come down here and look at things like 1 hour buys and sells, 6 and 24 hours. I do want to make sure there's a few buys and sells within the first hour to make sure that people at least seem like they're going to be able to sell, but we'll talk more on how to evaluate it for honeypots and rugs soon. So once you click apply, this list will be updated and it will give you a list you can see here by age. None of these tokens are over 6 hours and they all have at least 10,000 liquidity. So what we can do is pick one to kind of go through the next step, which is how to verify if this project is legitimate or just a scam. When you're dealing with meme coins, remember that these are decentralized permissionless protocols. You or I or anyone can create a meme coin, right? And there's a lot of times nefarious devs that will create a coin and what they'll do is they'll rug pull, meaning they'll steal all of your money. But there's ways and tools that we can try to avoid some of that. We're going to look at Kermit. This is a coin I've never seen before, and I'm going to walk you through on how I would evaluate to see if it's safe or not. So by clicking on Kermit, of course, it's going to pull up the basics like the chart and the market cap, right? It looks like this coin had a massive launch and is kind of dumped right now, but let's see how it looks. So if we come down here, of course, we can grab the contract. So we'll just copy that over first. Once you have the contract, we're going to evaluate to see if it's safe to buy or if it's just another scam. And one of my favorite bots is here on Telegram. It's called TTF bot, and you can add it to your Telegram account. And all you have to do is paste in the contract address. Once you paste in the contract, it gives you quite a few different details. The first thing it lets you know is that this contract has been renounced, which is always a good sign. This means whoever deployed the contract is no longer going to be able to make modifications to it, but it doesn't always mean it's safe. So there's a few other things we should look out for. The next thing we see here is that the mint function is disabled, which is good because this would mean that the developer can mint new coins out of thin air and sell them on the market. So we want to see this disabled. And then the next option here is that the liquidity is burned. This means that the developer can no longer pull the liquidity out, which would be a rug pull. We also get a few other pieces of information that is helpful. We can see that it launched at a market cap of 6.8 million, and it's also hit an all-time high right now of 37 million. It also will give you any social links that is able to compile, including the website, Twitter, and Telegram. Another important fact is that it gives you information on the team wallet. So the individual who used the deployer wallet to create this meme coin, Kermit, has kept about 0.5% of the supply. And this is often done because the developers like to take a fee. So 0.5% is really not too concerning, but this is concerning if you start to see things like 5, 10, or even more percent of the supply. And the best part of all this, of course, you can click banana, which will take you immediately back to your bot, which will give you an opportunity to buy it right away. If we were to evaluate it based on these details, this would seem like a meme coin that you could buy that does seem legitimate. Now, I'm not saying that the price will go up or down. This might be zero tomorrow. Meme coins go to zero every day, but there are things that are looking promising. The contract's renounced, the mint function's disabled, and liquidity's burned. So as far as we know so far, this doesn't look like it's a complete scam, which is really the baseline that you have to accept in meme coins. Now that we've gone over how to set up a sniper bot, find new meme coins on Dex Screener, and evaluate its contract for scam, there's a few other things you can use to increase your odds in the casino, and one of them is going to be wallet tracking. One of the things you can do on Dex Screener is in the feed of all the transactions, you can actually filter on makers. And so these are individuals buying and selling Pepe coin here. And so what we can see here is that this person bought Pepe coin all the way back in May and they just sold some. So maybe this is a wallet that we're interested in tracking because they were quite early to Pepe. So what we can do here is actually click on Maker and it's going to open up Etherscan and we can copy their address. We're back in Telegram with another bot, and this is going to be Ether Drops, and it supports quite a few networks, including Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Arbitrum, Phantom, and quite a few more. And all we have to do is click Start to get it going. And here what we can do is add a new wallet. And by going ahead and providing this address, it asks us, do we want to track all these networks? We would click say yes and done, and it would say give it a name. So we'll call this Pepe Early Buyer. And now what will happen is anytime that this wallet buys or sells, we'll actually get a Telegram alert. So we'll be able to track all of their wallet movement. So what I have is a list of wallets that I deem are worth tracking, and I've accumulated this by looking at different meme coins and just looking at who were the early buyers, and then I've made a list so that way I get notified when those individuals buy new coins. It doesn't always work out so well because sometimes people create new wallets a lot, but it is a good starting point to try to just feed you some alpha. Another tool we can use here is understanding wallet distributions for different meme coins or really any coin, and we can do that with bubble maps. You can see here that Bubble Maps is supported on Ethereum and quite a few different blockchains. All you have to do is search for listed tokens by plugging in the name or the contract address, and it provides you a wallet distribution. We can see here by clicking on these distribution bubbles, it even gives you different names. So this big cluster here is actually all of the Bybit's exchange. This one here is an individual wallet that owns 2% of the supply. This big bubble here is OKX. And this cluster here is a Gate.io. So some of these are exchanges and some of these are users that own a massive amount of the supply. Obviously, what you don't want to see is large amounts of clusters that are pretending to be a bunch of different people, but are actually connected to be the same person and represent a large amount of the supply, because that could be problematic where they'll be able to dump a lot of tokens. You can see similar results through Etherscan or SolScan, but I do enjoy the bubble maps because it just provides a nice visualization. Meme coins are all about community, and the last piece of advice I would give you when you're considering if you should buy a new meme coin is that one of the tools that we can use is actually cash tags on Twitter. People are excited and they're making posts about a coin, they'll use their cash tag to go ahead. So if we look up something like dogwifhat, which has been one of the most popular meme coins on Solana, and we click latest, we can see how often people are talking about it. So we can see here that people are actually making posts about dogwifhat multiple times in just a single minute. This is obviously very bullish because that means there's quite a bit of tension on this coin. If you've been following dogwifhat from the beginning, you would know we had this massive parabolic rise, and then we basically had consolidation for months where people really weren't talking about it. But as soon as the price action started to go up again, what you saw was mass attention and mass focus on this coin. The truth of the matter is this, is that meme coins is an attention-driven economy. And if nobody knows about the coin and nobody's paying attention to it, then it's very unlikely that the coin will continue to go up. You can also use this statistic to track overall sentiment, because at a point when coins do hit peak euphoria, they eventually often come crashing back down because there are no buyers left. With meme coins, the most important thing to understand is that when the market shifts into a risk-on mode, you can see here I posted this tweet about the barbell market beginning. This was back on February 27th. If we come back to the 27th on this chart, you can see this is right before WIF did over a 600% gain. How often people get wrecked with meme coins is that they see this chart go up and they eventually realize that there's no risk and they feel invincible and they buy in at the top, which is what happens to these people. But when the market starts to shift, that is your key indicator to go max risk on in the beginning, because what you want to do is risk on in the beginning and then sell on the way up. The important thing to understand is people are always looking for the next thing or beta in this market. They don't want to buy the $2 billion WIF. And so what you'll see is you'll see a lot of meme coins start to pump across many different ecosystems all at once. Here we have Cockinu on the Avalanche ecosystem that had its massive rise. Then we had the Tech token. We had Joe Biden that went on its big rise. We had Brett on the base ecosystem. We had Popcat on Solana. And you can see that all the charts look relatively the same. Explosive parabolic up to the upside, and then eventually they all do come crashing down. Remember to treat meme coins no different than the casino. If you have any questions, be sure to draw me a follow on Twitter, send me a message, come join the complete free community Discord. Thanks for watching, catch you in the next one.